format. SIN, they've been able to take down 2 of the Southeast Asian seeds and now up against tournament and home crowd favorites of Gigabyte Marines.
And Rogue already getting a little bit bullied in that bottom lane. Needs to be careful. If SIN don't have good engage, what they do have is really good siege. Because with Syndra balls, with the plants that are going to come out as well as the ultimate from Zyra, you can't actually stick around underneath turret all that long. So I expect Optimus, who's a very good player, by the way, to have to burn a couple of shockwaves to break up sieges and try and force SIN around the map a little bit.
And you do see Ryoma go for the cleanse, whereas Optimus has opted in for the Ghost. So Ryoma respecting the engage potential out of the Varus ulti, whereas if you get tagged by a Zyra plant and a Jin W, Optimus doesn't have a way to get out of that.
Optimus is going to go for the disruption as well. We've seen this out of SIN already. You can see that he's just waiting around the corner. Actually doesn't go for it.
Decides not to. As Juice will be able to get a small leash from Syndra starting on this Raptor camp.
And in the bottom lane, you see Gigabyte Marines actually going for the leash on the blue buff there. In the range versus melee matchup, it's one of those decisions where they've decided they know they're going to get pushed in by the Zyra early, and they're not going to be able to contest the wave at level 2. So they give the help to their jungler so he can get to the top lane before Juice and potentially influence the
So there's no way. I know that in Karma and Zyra, with Q and E on Tahm Kench, people, especially in the European LCS around Worlds time, which is a long time ago, so I'm asking a question, I'm not making a statement, thought that there was a way to be able to contest for level 2. Is that just completely gone now? I mean,
as the Tahm Kench, I feel like you have to misplay on the Zyra's behalf. Okay. You should never let the Tahm Kench get into a position. His all-in is obviously very strong. He can burn your Flice if you miss position, and then he blows the exhaust and gets a 3-proc passive, but if they were able to set up the plants level 1, which they were, and get in there, they shouldn't be able to contest.
This is very aggressive from Levy. He's been able to go blue walls to red, finishing it faster than Juice, and is now on to Juice blue himself. Might actually just wait for the Grags to show up here, and in fact, that's what he's doing. Let's see if Juice falls for this.
Yeah, and we've already...
Ward placed down. Juice could have seen that. We saw that was the vision perspective from SIN.
He should have seen that.
I mean, at the same time, Optimus has just ran over here, so he knows that something is up, and good read out of Juice. He actually gives up on any form of topside aggression and just goes back.
However, this might be the fact that Gigabyte needs to be able to watch 2 games of SIN, because this is not the first game Juice has gone from Raptors red to Wolves base. So Levi might have been able to got that information and known that he's not coming for his blue or his Gromp.
And it's also partially because of the leash in the bot lane, right? At least got there so quick. Juice, although he did take a longer path, Levi was able to finish both his buffs, do the wolf camp, and then get over there before Juice actually got to the blue.
It's also, I mean, you just have to look at what's happening. Levi hasn't touched any AoE camps, apart from the wolves, which are very, very quick still. So Elise is going to be the best jungler, along with maybe Lee Sin, at clearing out the big solo camps because of the percentage health damage at this stage of the game. So that's just smart pathing, and it's a good punish.
I feel like this is still all right for SIN. As long as Levi's not in those lanes, Sid should be happy. Evidently so in that bottom lane trade from FBI. Just chunks out No Way again. He's stuck on the Doran shield, already popped his potion. FBI is the aggressor with that Doran's Blade pickup.
Yeah, and with the Doran's Blade, FBI and Rogue are obviously very confident in that matchup. Picking up the lack of regen, Doran's shield has so much value in the lane phase, so he opts for the Doran's Blade again. He did it in the Caitlyn vs. Sivir matchup last game. So obviously very confident in the ability to 2v2.
Ooh, Levi has stopped his Krog camp halfway to move towards topside of Matt. Doppler does not have a ward at the moment. You can see he's playing very defensively to kick things off. Levi forced to go back to base.
Yeah, and now they're thinking, does he actually have a ward? Because he's just gone back and taken a Q at the wave, and Doppler is playing very patiently.
Yep, here he comes. Doppler is going to try and walk off this one. Cocoon comes out, still lands. Great skill shot being thrown up by Levi. They're going on forward. First blood is picked up by Levi.
Flash first and just worry about it later. I mean, that's really sloppy play out of Doppler, because that was a great read. He should have been able to waste all that time, shouldn't have had to base. Now first blood goes over. And as we said, it's a volatile matchup.
They're looking for a dive in the bottom lane.
I don't think he can go for this.
They're trying to anyway. Rogue throws out the hit, hits him. They're going for Seer first. He pops the great health and flashes away. Juve needs to get out of there. Heal comes at FBI. He's moving on further forward. He's exhausted. Has the crit shot. Saves it. Flashes for it. Picks up a kill.
Yeah, really nicely done, actually. So they perfectly play it. Orianna coming down, however. This could be a double
double kill.
They got to be careful.
Spot her.
Optimus, full health. Juves jumps in first, tries to lock it down. He may be the sacrificial lamb, and he is. Optimus flashes on his head and uses the dissonance. Meanwhile, they've also been able to catch out one other member of FBI stuck in the blue side of the jungle.
Yeah, and all of a sudden this game has fallen apart for SIN. They tried to trade sides on the map, but their play so much riskier because of how tanky Talon Kench is.
Absolutely. Definitely a risky play, although FBI... Oh, as
Ooh, Styles on him.
Certainly does. I mean, just gets access to level 6 first, you have to assume, although Optimus has it, and then lands in stun and no summoner spells available.
Yeah, but I mean, I was gonna note that Ryoma was so slow on the rotate down the river. Juves was basically killed by Orianna before he even decided to leave the lane, so obviously got a bit of extra XP, gets that kill on the mid lane.
So I know, Spawn, you're a big fan of the Moby Boots Elise rush here. What about Salk Boots Dark Seal rush for Levi
I
with
think
2
that's
kills?
even more aggressive. He's going to kill him here, maybe.
Looking for the damage
Doesn't
at
give
least.
him quite that much magic.
He's level 6. He's the same level as Solar Lane.
He's the same level as him. I mean, probably respecting the cleanse and the turnaround damage that can come out of Ryoma. Juves, however, is only level 4, so 2 levels behind Levi. This game, once again, a lot of pressure for the SIN rookies, but they are the ones that need to step up because Ryoma and FBI are the 2 members with the kills, and everyone else is kind of behind at this stage of the game.
Top side of the map has been taken out by Gank. Juves fell in that last skirmish. Levi is now posturing top side of the map with Optimus close behind. Juves has to be careful.
Optimus is also here.
They're pinging it out, so they kind of know where he is. The ward a little bit late. Good prediction coming out from the Gragas. They will not lose their Gromp camp as that gets losing its patience, I should say.
I think Juves did
teleport bottom lane. Big flank coming out from Archie. He's looking for the level 6 play. Has his storm available. FBI has to back out. They're trying to run away from this one. They know something is fishy with Noah and Sia charging forward. No flash from Archie. Can he get away? No flash from FBI. He's going to try and cut this one out. Goes for Sia. Grey will pop. Rogue will fall first. Can he get a return kill? He at least trades 2 for 1. Won't be able to take down anyone else.
Yeah, actually really nicely done because they get the teleport out. They get the ultimate. And they were at least able to trade a kill. You can see that Levi trying to hug top lane turret, trying to help with the experience. But this is a risky call because Dockler still has a lot of damage.
Ooh. And Kenneth's not going to get a lot out of that play, honestly. He gets a few assists, and then I think in that play, Rogue probably shouldn't have flashed forward. I think he probably should have just run away. FBI was dead 100%. He wasn't level 6, so the turn damage from the Zyra wasn't going to be too great.
Flashed and ignited, by the way.
Yeah. Flash ignited. I guess it probably secured the kill for FBI, but I'm fairly certain he would have got it anyway.
Does feel like it's a good trade for Gigabyte Marine Zone because bottom side of the map is where SIN are strong at the moment, especially with FBI taking him down and giving 2 kills to No Way is always a good thing.
Are they any less strong there now? I mean, they're still up in a shop because you would rather have the BF sword in the extended range at this stage. They lose out on experience, sure, but they've got access to the wave first again. So I don't know whether it really shuts down that. It does kind of equalize.
The 2 kills also put Sia slightly behind. He's level 4, lowest level on the map.
But it also means, Sia, level 4. You talked about the XP differential between the bot lane. FBI and Rogue are both 5, whereas Nowhere and Sia have split it with the 6 and the 4 off, as he does just tick 5. But the big thing... Yeah, OP. The big thing is Levi catching that top wave. He's just going to get more and more ahead of Juves because he wasn't involved in that play. And he has gone for the Salk Boots. He has gone for the I will kill you damage build. So
he needs to do something, though, because Juves, late game, he can always flash body pop ultimate. Elise needs to do a lot more than that. He's actually going towards bottom lane. Ultimate thrown out by No Way to stop that gank. I
mean, that is a show for an ultimate straight away, and that is kind of what their defense against the turret dive is. So
Levy is just running straight for the top lane.
Docker's got to be careful. This can be dove. Ultimate is up and available for Archie. And Elise really good at diving these turrets with the repel. Drops turret aggro, makes her invulnerable.
Docker's just respecting the gank, yep.
I mean, but what can they get on the other side of the map? Because otherwise this is just going to be first brick falling over. Maybe not on this wave, but it depends how long they can zone for. You can see Optimus is also cheating up, and that means that Juves has to rotate down to bottom lane again. Maybe the fact that they burned that ultimate off No Way will be a big deal, but it's still such a risky play.
And Syndra does have the push in the mid lane, but this could potentially just be another situation where Levi's got the advantage in the top lane and they're just hard forcing on the bot side because they think they have to. And it could backfire once again.
Looks like they're just respecting and turret trading. Oh, they miss out on first brick. If they had brought down Juves earlier, that certainly would have been a race they could have won.
But still, gold is in favor of the GPL squad.
I mean, look how much... the difference between the GPL squads already in the early game is so stark. the Marines just look like they're in control. From the early invades that came out on Levi to really shut down Jude's pathing that, as we said, it has clearly been scouted. Although, here we go.
Big play bottom lane. Flash is already being burnt. No way. Stark ultimate knocks him into the shots. Sia flashes forward, eating up. Good root coming out from Rogue. May lock down 2. No way's trying to run away. Rogue gets that kill. 80 carry will live, but they still get a pick for themselves.
Yeah, continue to push through. However, Empowered Recall will come out, but not all that much wave clear on the side of the Marines at this stage of the game, so they should be able to get down some decent damage on this.
Did they use teleport for this? There is teleport available for Doppler. No, he runs towards top side. No, ultimate thrown out by No Way. Connects on FBI Cocoon as well. Levi, so much damage from this. Elise picks up a kill.
And I think Sin are just in the mindset of, like, they're losing the trades on the top side of the map, right? Levi got the gank off top, they got the first brick, and then he transitioned straight into the Rift Herald. Because Sin brought Ryoma from the mid lane, Optimus was able to get mid priority back, which leads into the Rift Herald. So they feel like they have to get something on the other side of the map. And this has been a chronic problem for them, and it backfires again. FBI gets tagged by the Varus ulti, and they don't get the inner turret bot.
But they should have got it, because he has flash, he has heal. There's no way that FBI playing at his peak gets nailed by either of those skill shots. And as I said, Levi has to approach the wave if he wants to clear it out. I think that is just FBI trusting himself and unfortunately dropping the ball.
And I mean, it could be a bit of nerves. In the last game, you saw him not flash a very broadcast alley combo that led to a big swing in the game. So that's 2 from 2. This doesn't seem to be at his peak, I guess, right now.
And they have all the tempo plays at the moment on the side of the Marines. They've got Time Kench ulti if they want to beat them around a rotation.
Yep.
They've got the use of also the Rift Herald that Levi has, not only for the actual Herald itself, but for the empowered recalls and the ability to be able to race around the map. So really now, teleport top as well.
Yep, Kennen looking for a play. Ryoma actually taking a lot of damage as well. Here comes Doppler looking for the defense. In fact, they're looking for a kill first. Meanwhile, Optimus has gotten a solo kill returned in the mid lane. Sia is locked down. They get a kill there. Archie wants to try and turn around, but he can't. He has to lightning rush away.
And once again, a member of SIN Gaming dies with both summoner spells available somehow. Didn't see whether there was an assist over onto Levi, but Optimus, in what is a losing lane, has absolutely just styled on Ryoma.
No assists from Levi. He was bottom lane and has used Rift Herald there as well, so that's going to be a turret being taken out. Optimus, full health. No ultimate used by Ryoma. No cleanse, no flash. What the heck's going on?
Yeah. Oh, and here we go. Oh, nice root.
Good root. We're going to a replay. He's probably dead, but this is the one-on-one play instead. Ryoma just too low.
He's just going to flash attack command dissonance him. Yeah.
Ryoma does have the flash.
Meanwhile, top lane, Archie has been taken down. They're looking for a kill into No Way, and look at that. Rogue picks up the second one. So they trade Rift Herald play bottom lane for 2 kills top and a turret. This will equalize the goal.
You can tell the spectators in the GPL, by the way. All of a sudden, mid lane, he shows the replay, hides the fact that there's just been a double kill that's gone down on the top side of the map. That turret will fall as well. Huge equalizing play for SIN. Actually puts them ahead in gold for now.
Yeah, and I think Levi was briefly looking at the Dragon, but he does know that his team's down in tempo. They have to answer the top wave, so he just gives over the blue to Optimus, looking to clear his camps out.
Of course, people at home right now are spamming. You can tell you're from the OPL, and yes, I am. So
Twitch.tv/OPL.
Oh, this is real unlucky. He thought that his Spiderlings were going to pick it up for him.
Nah.
Hate it when that happens. He still had 2 out as well.
At least he didn't reset the buff. That's the OPL special.
That's the O
special.
special.
He's not from our region, you know.
Well, let's check in with the gold at the moment. Bottom lane, it is in favor of FBI. Roma slightly behind. Big lead for Levi, but Dockler doing just fine in the top lane.
Levi 1,600 gold up.
The biggest gold difference is between Rogue and Sia at the moment. Rogue's got 3 kills.
And I mean, a portion of that gold for Levi as well will be the local gold from the bot turret. Here, as that play top happened, he was dropping the Rift Herald, got the top outer all by himself, got to take a few camps.
Ooh. He is a Haunting Guise and Dark Seal ahead of Jews at the moment, so big damage from this Elise.
Yep.
But, I mean, as a support player, you look at 3 kills and you're like, wow, that's such wasted gold. And then you look at the fact that it is Zyra and that everyone is so squishy on the side of the Marines, and you think maybe, just maybe, this is a game you can take off. And then I guess the sentiment is echoed with Elise, because you're like, Elise doesn't scale all that well. You don't want to have gold on it. Then you look at how squishy everyone is. Oh, he's been hit.
He uses the cleanse to get away from that one. Cocoon goes wide as well. Lockdown not connecting from FBI. They still chip away at that turret quite effectively.
So mercurial. You cannot hit that guy with a skill shot.
And I mean, you just have to question whether Levi has done enough with his early gold, right? Like, has he used this gold and got enough out of it with these early purchases with the Haunted Guys and the Sork boots, namely?
But does he fall off all that much this game? because if he catches Rogue, if he catches FBI, he'll still kill
They're
them
looking
late
for a
game.
flank. Optimus is charging in for it. They're looking to burst the turret. Good ultimate coming out from the Zyro.
Big Shockwave.
Hits two. FBI and Ryoma, both the carries for Sin. Levi cleans up one. Goes for the support next. We'll be able to get a kill there. FBI trying to help him out. He might have just run into his own death. Shutdown coming out for the jungler. Levi wants 3. He gets 3 kills.
And all of a sudden, the Gigabyte Marines just swing it back again. They knew that they were going to overcommit for the turret. They read the play. The flank comes out. And Optimus, we said no ball delivery system. No worries. Nails it.
And absolutely, the best thing for me about that play was halfway through the fight, I swear, Gigabyte Marines decided they knew they were going to win. Kennen and Jace were rotating at the same time, and Archie's just like, you know what, we're going to win this anyway. And he goes back down to bot, and he picks himself up a free turret on the back of that team fight.
That gives them a 2,000 gold lead, as well as an extra dragon for themselves. Sin now well and truly behind the Gigabyte Marines. Most of the gold, though, it's on Levi.
10 stack Dark Seal,
Yeah.
if you do not mind. I'm the man of the moment.
I just
6-0.
want to note that Sia is... He's playing for the team. He might be 0-5 right now, but every single time Nowhere has been caught by a Zyroot or caught by a Syndra stun, he has flash eaten him and then just received the brunt of the damage.
Yep. Levi
Being knocked up. He's still got him in his tummy. He's just like, come on, you're with me now.
Yeah.
Levi's score, though, is the same number as Juice's IQ, so he's showing him something at the
600?
moment.
600 IQ.
Dockler still trying to split push in the bottom lane. He's picked up his Yoma's Ghost
That
Blade
was a
and
reach,
Bridge
by
2.
the way, Fish. That nearly went over my head. That really nearly went over my head. I was like, 6? Is he just BM'd the legend of
man, the myth.
Oceania?
600.
Right now?
think
Come
with
on. He's 6'4".
A man with 600 IQ wouldn't be behind an Elite at this stage of the
Wouldn't
game,
be behind
especially
2800 gold.
2.8k.
Oh, that's a lot of gold.
That
But
is-
Elise, very squishy
That is
target.
the lead. So
That
if
is
you blow up
full lead.
Levi, all of a sudden, game's dead even.
No, it's actually 800. It's in his favor even as well.
Yeah.
As we do see Dockler recalling. Sin looked just like a reset. Do we see any 1-through-1? Both these comps are looking by the 1-4, as we talked about briefly earlier. At what stage do these top laners win in the fight? Win in the 1-through-1?
I mean, we've got a head. Oh, that's a good catch.
Oh, they
Let's talk
catch out
about it later.
Optimus. Can they kill him? He's
Nice
knocked
flash.
further away and eaten up by Sia.
Shouldn't be able to. Oh, Merc Treads. Actually, you can flash it. So with
Yep.
Merc Treads, you can always flash it.
And this is something we were noting, right? That is the Gragas engage, and there goes the Jhin ulti. They're the two champions with any sort of engage on the Sin's lineup. So Gigabyte Marines have a window here where Sin can't really get on them and stop them doing what they're doing. Levi is looking for a pick on Dockler in the bottom lane, but he is respecting it. No inner turret there, so he's just going to wait for Kennen to push in the wave.
Kennen outright wins most matchups when he gets Frozen Mallet.
Yeah.
That's when he, like, right now he's annoying and he's going to whack you a couple of times, but maybe you can turn it around with some outplay. As soon as he gets Frozen Mallet, it's generally you cannot, like, out-trade him anymore. Dockler, on the other hand, he's going towards some early pen and also grabs what, like, people are going to say that's a weird item, but he knows that a lot of the damage that comes out of Kennen is still going to be magic. And Elise is also a threat here. Jupiter's been scouted out.
Elise is a threat. Elise is
Look
the
at
threat.
Levi and Archie at the moment. They're
Moves his
posturing for a
dead
big
here,
play.
maybe.
He's stuck there. He's
sees
got to
them.
try and flash over this wall, I think. Does he even have it available? He's going to body slam into the wall and take down by No Way. Not great. Still looking for a fight, though. Dockler wants this one. Shock Blast does not connect. That would have chunked out Levi.
Certainly would have. The reason they continued it is because they can see that Optimus right now is in the top side of the map. So that's a 4v4, even though Juve's died. Good decision by Marines. They get the pick, they walk away, and this pick-style League of Legends will continue because Levi is huge.
And Gigabyte Marines are, as they look for the stun on Dockler, don't quite get it. They're just looking to break the mid-outer tower right now. That is the most important turret on the map. Does he
Levi
one-shot him?
wants to go over the wall. Doesn't. Instead,
die
he might
here,
pay
though?
for this one. Rogue flashes forward, forces a flash out of Levi.
I mean, that's a really bold call from Levi. He knows that he has the potential to die there, get some good damage down, wants to continue to win that split that they've been doing so well in. But unfortunately for Rogue, just doesn't get that route.
And Tom was floating up with the Orianna. I thought he was looking to push in that wave with the Ori and then ulting and look for the mid-turret. They would have had the collapse, but they don't pull the trigger on that. It is kind of like a pseudo 1-3-1 right now. Ori is just cheating to the top lane, pushing in the wave, and then rotating back to Siege's turret. They are looking for the outer now.
Let's see if they can get it. Noah's going to get a couple auto attacks down.
Oh.
Shockwave connects into FBI. Big damage from Optimus. Sia will eat him up and get him back to safety.
And they can just do that every 20 seconds. Whenever Tarm W is off cooldown, it doesn't matter if anybody gets rooted. I mean, Orianna's not going to have the ulti back up with the QW chunk. FBI is already, I guess he's healed up back up now as he goes to the fountain, but he was 1/3 HP.
What does Levi buy? He's gone back. He's just gone purely Andrews. Picks up a blasting one as well.
I hope it is a Rylai's Crystal Scepter. And the reason I
Not
say
the Void
that
Star.
is if it stays in the lane like this, one of the things that, you know, champions like Nidalee, champions at Elise can do is just throw out their skill shot in the W and the Q respectively. Look for the Runic Echoes procs, and then you get the slow. And then the team fight just becomes a little bit easier to set up. You don't have all that much engaged, so you have to look for it from weird and wonderful places when you have champions like Elise. And I think that also helps with, you know, getting picks on Cocoon and being able to... Oh, Juve is dead again.
Juve's just caught out inside the river. He's going to try and flash away from this one. Levi relentlessly chasing him down. Will pick up that first kill. No way trying to back this up. Sia jumps in as well. And that's just poor positioning from Juves.
I mean, they can also just bait Baron because they have all the vision. Oh, Scuttle Crab's there, though. I was going to say, they have a lot of vision over that area, so can just look to continue to punish.
Looks like they're cheating into the top jungle here. Going to get the vision. Looking for a flank on mid, potentially. Or he's actually going to catch the top wave.
Ori ghosted to get towards that top lane. Actually thought she was going to meet Syndra in the jungle, it looked like.
Do they get this turret? There's the ulti. Insta QSS. That was really nice.
They do not want to let this go down. They burn an ulti, they burn a QSS. Next wave, you have to think it's getting close. Although Dockler doing very well, but Levi is streaming down bottom lane.
Yeah, Dockler needs to run. I don't even think he's going to be able to get out in time. Juice is trying to cut him off. Not close enough. Levi in trouble. Dockler says, all right, I've got to try and kill Archie at least.
Flash on his head.
Let's see if he can do it. Levi jumps on top of him and knocks him away. Archie can just turn around, throw a shuriken. Cocoon doesn't land. He dodges it. Dockler still wants it. He gets it. Big outplay from Dockler.
All of a sudden, Dockler comes up, trumps. He's going to be able to teleport out here. Just respects the fact that Levi is still in the area. And that is a huge confidence play out of the rookie.
And that was absolutely perfectly played. He knows if he just flashes and then goes for the melee bop onto the cannon, Cannon can flash the damage and then hit him with the auto attack. So he buffers the Q with his flash, instant auto, insta kill, and TP's away. That is just very good out of someone who we were doubting coming into this day of play. Had a weak performance in the early stage of the group stage, but today is really stepping up.
Yeah, he's performed well, but they've also just grabbed a dragon and a turret off the back end of that play because it was just very good map positioning coming out of the Gigabyte Marines.
And that gold lead has gone from 2,000 to 4,000 in favor of Gigabyte Marines.
And this is what it comes down to. I mean, the fact that the Marines, we said they were a scrappy team. We thought they were going to come into this Rift Rivals and they were going to have a biff. They were going to have a good fight. Stark obviously was their top laner at MSI Play-ins, but he was definitely down for a little bit of a rumble. But with Archie, they play a lot more structured fish than I think that we're used to seeing out of a Southeast Asian team. And all of a sudden, even though they lose a 1-0, they still pick up advantages around the map.
And they're still looking for even more. Archie's still pushing bottom side of the map. Sin have regained control over the Baron pit.
Now
they're pulling Optimus down. They've got to be careful. Dockler's going to try and 1v1 him first. Knocks him back. Stun's coming out from Archie. He's flash forward for this one. Dockler does not have his own. Doesn't even need to use his ultimate. Dockler wants to try and take down Optimus. Good damage, but still big pickup for Gigabyte Marines.
He's going to eventually be able to do a lot of damage to these carries. You can see that already. They need to respect the fact that he's quite fed.
Ooh. And this is such a weird setup from the Gigabyte Marines. You've got the split push full Magic Pen Elise in the top lane. Your mid laner floating with your top laner in the bottom lane, and then their bot lane's just sieging the mid inner.
Split push Magic Pen Elise.
Yeah, never heard that one before.
This is the information we got from the GPL shoutcasters, which is that Gigabyte Marines, they're just unpredictable on where they want to attack the map, but when they do, they attack.
And look like they're pushing in for a flank on this mid turret for another time, or it could just be Levi going for that wolf camp, looking to deny Juice. Just extending his lead even further, almost a
3
50
levels.
CS gold lead,
It's
3 levels.
A 5,000 gold lead for Gigabyte Marines as well. What was an even game has now devolved into the GPL's favor at the moment. They are very comfortable with their composition. Optimus just gets a kill onto Rogue, as you do inside the jungle.
Rogue still has flash.
Yeah, just got one shot. Got Shockwave into the combo, and unfortunately, when you're 5 levels down, you die. We saw that out of Ryoma already.
5 level difference is so big. As Azari, already pretty much the squishiest champion in the game that's played in competitive League of Legends, and then Optimus literally one-shots him.
Mid lane turret falls, and that has extended the gold lead to 6,000 in Gigabyte Marines' favor. Sin need to stop the bleeding somewhere because this game's getting out of control, and Gigabyte Marines looking to try and take this one back for the GPL region.
And the one thing with Gigabyte Marines in their setup right now, they were looking at the Baron, right? But they don't actually have a tank. The cannon in the bot lane, not relevant for the Baron fight, at least not that tanky, going for the full damage. Tom Kent, sure, he builds a lot of health, but support pure frontline in your team comp. They're not actually that good at tanking damage. They don't get a lot of gold, don't get a lot of resist, so Baron kind of shreds through them, so they don't really have the luxury of starting up Baron if they feel like it's a good idea, and then baiting a fight in for Sin. because they can't take it for very long. They're kind of committed once they start.
Certainly are, and you can see that right now. There's big shops coming out, and whilst they can't do Baron if Sin are aware of it, right now, if Sin are not aware of the Baron take, they do it incredibly quickly.
Yep.
But Levi has once again gone for the GPL special. Fish, get on the horn to
Void
your
Staff.
commentator friends, because I do not understand how this Void Staff is relevant at all.
Oh, that makes two of us, Spawn. I'll make sure to try and figure out what the heck's going on with Levi here. But he's trying to kill people, and we've seen him do that quite a few times this game.
Yeah, and speaking of items, as he does pick up the Void Staff, Tom is actually going for a Redemption first, which is a bit weird, especially given as the Ghost
by Optimus. Levi's right behind
Flames.
Ryoma. Throws out the ultimate, looking for the kill. They might be able to shut down Levi. He's repelled away. Can he get down somewhere safely? Rogue over the wall.
can't hit
Levi,
him.
he can't die. Finally shut down by Juice. Optimus will fall shortly after.
Yeah, it certainly will, and they managed to pick up the team fight victory. That is a 2-for-1 and 2 big shutdown, but No Way still wants in.
Yeah, they still want to fight. No Way wants to try and kill Rogue, who is one shot away. He can't cheat back in. Juice's got to save him somehow. Can't, not quite close enough. 2-for-2 trade.
It's a 3-for-2 and they come up with a win. Zara was so low though, not relevant really in the fight. If that cask had come out half a second earlier, potentially Rogue could have escaped with his life, but...
Cheeky recall from Rogue as well. He should have just kept walking.
Yeah, fairly greedy from him. If he just kept walking around, then he probably would have got up with his life.
Kill
This
Archie
is a
here.
flank.
See if he does.
No
Archie's
flash available.
Doesn't commit.
Archie doesn't follow the wave down. Archie's a smart player. I've really enjoyed watching Archie play top lane. I mean, people were saying you have to understand that Archie hasn't played it all that long, was a support player. He also was a top laner before that, so that only holds a little bit with me. And I actually think he's been relatively good this tournament.
he was one of the best top laners in the GPL when he played top lane, so he's looking to try and regain that form of glory.
And I mean, speaking of smart players, coming from support, you don't get a lot of gold down there. You don't do a lot comparatively to your teammates in terms of statistics and damage and kills and that. So
You might want to talk to Rogue, mate.
Yeah, the one thing you've got going for you is that you have to be smart, and that's what he's obviously taken into top lane. As Rogue does pick up the full damage build, he's either going potentially for a Void Stuff or maybe just the Rylai's, because there's not a lot of magic resist on the side of the Gigabyte Marines.
He's got 5 kills. He's got to do something with that because Sin's still sitting 5,000 gold behind the Gigabyte Marines.
Potentially that is the reason why Sia on the time went the Redemption, because he's respecting Rogue's AoE damage output, potentially. Although
Lockdown Levi, he's going to have to use the repel. Knock back in, finally uses the repel. Can he get to Sia? He can, just in time.
Ulti can still come out. They can still look to continue this fight, although they might just look at a reprieve and the ability to get some vision control back, because Sin have had none of it all game.
And Archie, knowing he has a TP disadvantage, Doppler is pushing in the bot lane.
Nah, I don't think they're going for
Immediately respects it and just runs straight up the river to mid, knowing they have a numbers disadvantage while Levi's healing off camp.
I like the train of thought. I like the fact, they're going for Baron. But what they're actually trying to do is they're like, we have not seen this side of the map in the longest time. That is the first little team fight victory that they get to regain control. Now they go back mid, they shove it out. If they get another pick with the vision that they've just picked up, that's when the Baron becomes a threat. But at this stage of the game, Sin are fighting to survive, not fighting to thrive.
And as you say, Baron
Don't you reset this blue, gets it. Actually, Archie wants a fight. He's popping the ultimate, going
Everyone's
for the
coming
one-one.
down.
Everyone is coming down, but Doppler has already been taken out by Archie. He didn't even need his friends. Trying to turn this one around. Can he? Blast Code's just there. Jumps on top of Archie's head. Not enough, but Sin pulled the trigger on Baron.
And he does bring the Varus down with him. So yeah, Sin are looking for this Baron. They do have a numbers advantage. The Oriana
Levi level
Shockwave
15.
potentially over the wall.
I mean, you just throw a cask at him. You cannot let him get close. And you can see that Juice is too worried about it. They have to back away from this.
Oh, Shockwave
nice
gets
flash.
flashed out by Ryoma. 3,000 health. Levi looking for the steal. Juice already in there. Levi jumps in. Does he get it? Taken away by Juice. But big team fight coming out of Gigabyte Marines. They lose nobody and ace Sin.
Not worth.
Yep, absolutely not. Every member of Sin dies, so nobody actually picks up the Baron buff. They get a bit of gold, and it's taken off the map for the Gigabyte Marines, but they're just going to push down mid with this wave, potentially get an in here. The death time is a fairly long. Doppler's going to be 1v5 trying to defend an in here, but I don't think he can. 10 seconds on him and 20 to 30 on the rest of the lineup.
And actually, everything lined up there for Sin, because Optimus with the Shockwave, although it was flashed out of.
Flashed out of.
Then no smite comes across, but it was just actually really well played, because at the same time, they have such a big gold lead. They control the team fight. They control the area, come in from 3 directions. There's no way you can retreat, and they end up picking up that mid lane inhibitor.
And honestly, this is the Tom Kench and the Talo we've been talking about, kind of budget old TF sort of thing. Helps the macros so much. They get the pick on Doppler in the bot lane with the use of his ulti, and then they just run it up to Baron. Kind of just cheating in a macro sense, and they're taking an exit dragon on their way out as well. So Sin potentially are going to get control of their top side of the map, so They're going to give the blue buff over to Ryoma, I assume. I'd probably look for Gigabyte Marines to set up on the bot side, just because knowing that Sin has the strong side control up there.
And the Gigabyte Marines now, they're just under 9,000 gold in the lead. Big lead for the GPL squad 30 minutes into the match.
This has actually been a great game of League of Legends out of the Marines. They've made pretty much every proactive play that they can. They've been playing as if they have 3 winning lanes, and you can see that the gold is finally telling that story that they do. And Levi has dominated Juves in the jungle, and that's what we expect out of a world-class jungler. Juves is certainly no slouch and has shown that he can step up in big moments time and time again, and should be proud of his performance. But Levi is a different kettle of fish than anything that he has ever played against, I think.
Absolutely, as Levi does pick up the Zhonyas there, so going to have a bit of safety moving forward.
He's 6 items.
Yeah.
Just upgrade that Dark Seal to Magi's, you're done.
At this point, do you upgrade the Dark Seal to Magi's, or do you build a real item?
What are you talking about? Magi's is a real item at 10 stacks.
I assume you just sit on it for a while until you can build a big component, because a 10-stack Dark Seal would be worth a lot of value comparatively to something like a needlessly large rod or blasting rod or something like that, yeah.
He's not going needlessly large rod. That only builds into
Death Cap, mate.
Death Cap or Archangel. And I don't think he's stacked his tier yet.
Yeah, so. The 31-minute tier purchase would be a bit iffy. They have... on the Gigabyte Marines, been fairly unlucky with their dragons this game. Triple Ocean isn't going to do too much for them. It's probably helping Archie in the split a little bit, but without Baron pushing on this top wave, I don't think they're going to get too much out of it. The Jin Traps have done a lot of work on the wave already, and Shiv does the rest.
Well, let's see what they can get with this. Archie is still pushing the bottom side of the map. Teleport is available for him and Dockler.
Good ward on the inhibitor means that they can see whoever cheats across, and that's when you go aggressive. If you see something like a Zyra and a Syndra go across, FBI playing on a knife's edge again, trying to dodge out on skill shots.
Does have the QSS up there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Big respect.
Ryoma cheating down towards the bottom lane, seeing if he can pick up a pick onto Archie.
But look at Archie's communication. Archie backs away and says, someone else is here. You guys can push in a little bit more aggressively, start sweeping out wards. And now that he knows that Ryoma is shown again, he can actually move up into the 1v1. Yeah, but as we were saying, the push on this top side without Baron isn't going to be all that effective. Ryoma is floating down to the bot side, but at the end of the day, if without the Baron buff, if Gigabyte Marines try and force on a top wave, Zyra's just going to blow an E ulti on the wave. It's all going to die, and they're not going to really get anything out of it. So Sin do have out.
Oh, Juice going for the engage. They knock back Levi. He's locked down as well. Pops the Zhonyas instantly. Redemption will come through as well. Good stun from Ryoma. They kill Levi, but Ryoma will pay for it. No way though, taking curtain call shots one by one. He takes down Ryoma. Juice goes back in for another fight. Double kill picked up by the AD carry. Gigabyte Marines still come out on top.
And I think that Sin just went a little bit too far there because they had the free pick, but instead they overextend. No way really plays that one aggressively. Now their base turrets are under siege and they might lose a second inhibitor.
And Archie's already wailing down on the bottom lane inhibitor turret. No way in the backlights. He's taking the turret. He takes down Rogue. He wants FBI as well. Come back here, Jin. I want another kill. Every single inhibitor turret is under attack. Sia is using an ultimate to get somewhere else across on the map. Dockler is still defending bottom lane inhibitor, but is being pincered. FBI comes down here to help him out, or potentially just run away from the Gigabyte Marines. Shield from Optimus keeping Sierra alive. Tries to throw the command attack back his way. Optimus still looking for more. More Mount Mortis will keep him alive as well. They slowly push them off the turret, but they lose their bottom lane inhibitor turret. And top lane inhibitor turret should fall shortly after. Juice has respawned, looking to defend his base. Archie tries to determine with a couple of shurikens. FBI, good creep, teleport behind. Dockler wants this. Gonna come in, sees the sacrificial lands. He finds no way, jumps on his head. Shockwave back up already. Dockler forced to flash away. They get no way. They're still chasing for more. Juice wants another body slam. Archie's kiting him back. He's gonna throw a keg at him. Ryoma looking for the stuns. Good captive orders FBI. Pops up the second curtain call of this team fight. But Archie just lightning rushes away from it. Gets the first kill. Optimus gets that. Back to his back. It's Levi. He wants everyone to die. The Elise is gonna chase him down. FBI sidesteps to Cocoon. He gets sped up by Oriana, still once more, and finally this team fight's over.
And that was just a never-ending fight. We ran all the way from the top inhib down to bot into the jungle there, and No Way just has so much confidence and so much trust in Sia there. He just man modes straight under the turret, runs at Rogue on the Zyra, just auto attacks him to death, runs at FBI, knowing if he ever gets in trouble, Sia's right behind him to pick him up, and they just absolutely wipe the floor with Sin, get the bot inhib on the way out, and now they're probably going to set up topside around the Baron.
And I think the reason, like, people would have been like, they could have got 2 inhibs there, and I think that was playing very aggressively if they went for the 2 inhib, but instead they just go for the guaranteed 1, and it's on the opposite side of the map. from where Baron is going to be spawning. So now with two exposed inhibs, one of them being down, no teleport available from Doppler, this should be a Baron that Gigabyte Marines pick up. By the way, that is a very fed Orianna and Varus just out of nowhere. 11, 2, and 6.
Yeah. That's a big score. And Levi's looking for the pick on the Jhin. He doesn't get it. But as you said, this is the Baron inhib. They do go for the risky setup in the bot side jungle. They're trying to get a pick in the bot side, but absolutely nobody's there.
I just love how Levi dies at the start of the team fight, comes back for the
Yeah,
end of it, and he's
round
back to
2.
10 stacks of his Dark Seal. Like,
Gets the round 2.
goodness. Baron's coming up in 15 seconds. Gigabyte Marines in firm control of this game. 10,000 gold up over SIN. You have to think Legacy backstage now, warming up, getting ready for this big match they'll have next if SIN fall here.
Yeah, they're throwing around the fidget spinners real quickly at the moment.
Ooh, they're charging at Noah. He's forced to use the
nice
ultimate.
QSS.
Doppler's still going. Jumps on a minion wave. Captain Williams will lock him down. But look at Noah. Just stands and delivers. Says, come at me. Not even 5 members of SIN can take me down. Archie wants the lightning rush in. Will lock down Ryoma. That's the first carry dead. Doppler's already so low. Cards of Juice is lackluster and knocks the Gigabyte Marines even further forward. He's going to try and sacrifice himself. They want nothing to do with the fat man. They're going for the juicy backline. 2 kills picked up by Gigabyte Marines.
Yeah, and that actually might be game. You can see that they're already ulting forward, looking to catch out either Doppler or Road. They're going to march creeps into the base, and with death timers still at 40 seconds, I do not know if there is anything SIN can do.
And 2 super minions on the base. Optimus looking for a kill on FBI. He'll pick that one up. We don't even need to watch it because base totes are being destroyed. Cinderella, sorry, off the gauntlet run stops right here. They're putting the baton in Legacy and Direwolf's hands as Gigabyte Marines come out with a win.
And honestly, it just looked like Gigabyte Marines had all the answers to SIN.
Yep.
That